Hey guys, how are you? So I'm coming live just on this page. I know I did like an hour and a half video last night, but you guys have to hear it. It was really good. A lot of people were on it and it was exciting because we really covered a lot. I'm kind of crazy and OCD like that. I come live. I'm literally trying to come live to do the tip of the week, but I always seem to just add more, and I want to add value to things so that you guys get all the help that you need, because I've been through this process. It took me 6.5 years of hell to go through it, as many of you know. So listen, I'm on here right now really quick to announce that I have a huge pinned post over on my group. So if you're not on my group and you're interested in learning more and have watched my lives, know what I'm about, then head over to the group. It's Autism Mama Rocks the IEP group. It's easy to find. It's open to the public, but then it's a private group where it's actually an amazing group and very positive, which I think is awesome. So head over to the group, look at the pinned post, and tell me what you think. I'm so freaking excited about this because it's been a long time coming, and I'm just super proud of it. And I think that as parents, as people, honestly, that when we do something that's amazing, we need to give ourselves a pat on the back. And what's so amazing about it is that I put all the love and thought process and knowledge and everything I know into this. And I think that you will find the value in it. If you have any questions, please PM me. I actually have a couple discovery calls available today and tomorrow. So I'm not that person who got a group together that has grown. This group has grown in 3 months. That's all it's been open. You know, I've been an advocate locally and for friends and traveled, but this group is 3 months old and look how much it's growing. It's insane. And it goes to show me that I should never have been scared and nervous to come live and just to put myself out there, be transparent, and be okay with the fact that I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm a lot of people's cup of tea. You know what I mean? So if you're interested, hop over the group, check out that pinned post. If you're not cool with the group, jump off. No big deal. But I just had to announce this because I'm going to break down. I'm so proud of it. So freaking proud of it that I think that you'll find the value in it. Okay? So I put my heart and soul into this, and I'm announcing it and being transparent with you and vulnerable because I know how much parents need this, and I'm one person. So with that said, it's amazing, and I think that it's something you should at least check out and look at and see if it's right for you. Thank you, Christina. So I just wanted to do that really quick. So head over to the group, Autism Mama Rocks IEP. Check out the pinned post. Message me if you have any questions. I have a couple free discovery calls available today. And if you are free to talk today, I'd love to talk with you. I love talking with parents because, believe me, I've totally been there and been in the trenches and have been through hell. And coming out on the other side and creating an amazing system and a proven system that works has been life-changing, and honestly has been career IEP changing for many people. So hop over to the group if you're not over there. Message me if you have any questions over on the group. And I think here on the page I have where you can schedule a discovery call. But if you want to talk today or tomorrow, I have the availability. So just PM me. You can PM me on the group. You can PM me on the page as well. Okay. So again, if you have any questions, thank you, Kimberly. I know you guys stuck on the hour and 20-minute live that I did last night. I mean, I was just saying that I tried to do a tip of the week and I'm like, that should be short, sweet, give a tip, you know, but then I stay on a long time because I feel like, you know, I want to answer all your questions. I want, you know, there to be so much value in it. And, you know, I can't help myself. You know, I've had friends tell me that, oh, that's awesome. I just got a message from Christina saying, she's getting it. Hey, Kylie, how are you? So yeah, I just wanted to come live and just keep it short. Look, I'm not even keeping it short. I got this problem with it. But yeah, so I'm just really excited about it. Message me if you want to talk with me today. Personally, yes, I'm actually a real person that you can talk to. And I'm definitely not going to be like many groups where you can't even message me. Have you seen that, where you try to message the admins and like you can't even message them? They have it blocked. Like, in my mind, I'm like, why have a group if you're not going to talk to your people? So anyway, long story short, check out the pinned post. That's all I'm asking you to do. If you have any questions, number one, hey Michelle, how are you? Number one, definitely watch the video. If you don't read it, watch the video. Okay, you gotta watch the video. All right, I apologize for breaking down at the end, but honestly, I'm emotional about this and I'm not gonna hide that, because think about it, the IEP process is freaking hell. And you know, being told no and feeling like you're at a loss or failing your children, or even if you have an amazing IEP, let me tell you, you have an IEP career ahead of you. They are not all amazing. And I have not met one person with all the hundreds of people I have worked with that have had a freaking amazing IEP every single time. You are going to, oh my God, Kimberly, don't tell me that. I just talked about that last night. Do not have triennial anything, okay? I hate holding the phone. I should have done it on the computer. It actually hurts my arm. But anyway, do not do triennial anything, okay? Think about how much your kids change in 1 year. I'm just answering your questions real quick. A triennial IEP, well, you're not having a triennial IEP because there's no such thing. There's yearly IEPs. You have to have it by law or they expire. So you have to have a yearly IEP. I suggest quarterly, but hands down, okay? Because you're able to go through those progress reports, you're able to go through any issues you have the comfort and stability of, okay, if they don't respond to your freaking emails, which they're supposed to, but it all says reasonable amount of time, as we talked about last night, which is bullshit. What the hell's reasonable amount of time? Like, what is that, you know? And they don't even specify. That's one of the things I hate about IDEA is that reasonable amount of time. And then there's no time frame. So is that 5 days, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days? What is that? So anyway, having quarterly IEPs is ideal because you're able to go over everything. And I'm not saying, you know, everything is in, you're going to change services or whatever unless there needs to be, but you're going to be able to go over progress and progress reports, and you're not wasting a year of time where your child is going one whole year and you're not going to get a phone call saying, hey, your child's not making progress, they're failing. I just wanted to let you know. School systems don't do that shit, all right? And they don't want the responsibility of it. But then at that 1 year, you're figuring it out like, oh, crap, my child did not progress or they stayed the same. And then you're like, why? That goes back to the school, guys. That's on the school. It's their job to educate your child. And if there's no progress, which in IDEA, it states that your child has to make progress. And if they don't, it falls back on the school. That is their problem. And you need to hold them accountable. Okay? So anyway, that's not what I came on for. I can come on and talk to you guys later about all that. But I do have a discovery call in a few minutes. So again, if you want to chat today, I'm more than happy to. Go over to the group if you're not on my group and check out the pinned post. Watch the video. I go through everything in detail for you. And then you can make a decision if it's something that's for you or if it's not for you. And I'm okay with that either way, okay? So Kimberly, yes, it's so emotional, you know? You've battled the district for years. Yeah, and you know, I was saying last night, I don't mean to be a negative Nelly, but the unfortunate part is, even though there are good school districts, so many are not. You know, I've talked to so many people, and I want to say like the southern states are the ones that suck, like Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, all that kind of stuff. But in all honesty, like I was talking to some people in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and they suck too. So I think it's just US based, where a lot of school systems are failing our children because funding, that doesn't really matter. They can blame it on funding, but it's not something that can prevent what they do. So for example, if it's needed and appropriate for your child, they have no choice but to pay for it. They have no choice. They have to provide what's needed and appropriate for your child. And if they don't provide it within the school system, then they have to hire on the outside. So Ashley, you don't buy that shit, okay? Don't. You can totally fight that. And it's not cool that they do that, all right? They cannot blame it on funding. But, okay, I will say that the problem, honestly, the number one problem is most school systems do not know IDEA. They do not know the law. They don't realize that IDEA trumps their school policy. All right, so a lot of school systems, oh my God, I should never have done this on my phone. Okay, so here, let me do this. I'm gonna put it on hold on one second, guys. I have a stand. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna take my stand and I'm gonna move it. Look at that, I got my stand. So, all right, I just dropped something. Okay, so now I can do my stand and I don't have to hold it. Okay, so for example, what was I saying? Most school systems, okay? Oh, good, Michelle, that's awesome. Yeah, it's amazing, right? You get instant access today, and real quick, you guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about unless you hop on the group and click the pinned post and watch the video, which you should. It's only 17 minutes, and it's awesome. I go over everything in detail, and like I said, if it's for you, awesome. If it's not, that's fine too. But it's something that, I'm only one person. So my 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour planning sessions, I can only do so many in a day. You know what I mean? And so 7 months ago, it took 7 months. Well, longer than that. A year ago, I came up with this idea and it's taken 7 months to accomplish. I just accomplished it this weekend and I could not be more freaking proud. It covers every freaking thing. And I mean, I left nothing out. And if you all think I do and you do it, I will give everything back to you. Hands down. Because it's that freaking awesome. It really is. And I tested it and I gave it to some people and the reviews were awesome. And the crazy thing is here's the coolest thing of it, okay? I want you to know this. I want you to go look at the pin post, watch the video, but I'm gonna give you a little tip. We do Zoom chats where we're face-to-face and can talk to each other. It's like Skype, but better, and we're gonna role play. Oh yeah, you guys are gonna be my victims and we're gonna role play and then we're gonna flip it and you're gonna run it and then I'm gonna be the victim, okay? Which I think is so cool because it's ongoing help, support, etc. Where I don't care if I'm at the beach, we're gonna do those Zooms. And the cool part about it too is having that face-to-face, hearing me, how I talk, my voice goes up and down, all right? And when I teach you how to go into that meeting, what to say, how to say it, how to get it done, and how it should be run as the CEO, it will click. You probably hear me and talk about it all the time. Talk about it. And it probably doesn't always click because you're not walked through the process and guided through the process. But the cool part is not only are you guided through the process, but you actually get to have me with ongoing support with a course group. And then you also get the Zoom. Which to me, that's priceless. And I don't know if you know anything about my education vault, but you get everything. Oh my God, I'm giving this away. Okay, anyway, just go check it out, okay? But as I was saying, a lot of school systems, hey Jen, a lot of school systems do not know IDEA, all right? That is the biggest problem. Yes, like you said, a lot of it has to do with funding, but funding does not mean shit. All right? They have to provide your child what is needed and appropriate no matter what, or it becomes a federal issue for them, okay? So you not only can make a complaint, but you can go to due process. All right, so I'm not gonna bring up the person's name, but I do wanna address one thing that was brought up today, and it's a hot topic. Mediation. I am not a fan. I think it's a waste of time, and I'll tell you why. So in mediation, okay, say you have an issue. The first thing you should do is make a complaint and follow that up with a solid, what should I say? So if you make a complaint, you should make sure you have solid evidence. For example, emails, recordings, etc. Okay? You have to have solid evidence as to why you're making that complaint. When that complaint, basically what happens, you send the complaint to the school system and you send it to the state. We went over this last night, so if you go see my video, I actually show you and share my screen to show you how to go about and do this. And so then what you do is you send it to the school, send it to the administration, hey, and then you basically wait for the result. But what happens is the school system has to then respond to your complaint within 10 days. And then you're really going to get pissed off because you're going to see the bullshit that they say, all right? So some people laugh it off and say, okay, whatever, because if you have the proof, you know, and I don't make a complaint unless I have proof. And then you hear the school system's excuse as to what they say to your complaint. And sometimes I laugh because you're just like, what? And then I get mad and I want to react and then I don't, you know, because it's not the smart thing to do. So then the state has up to 60 days to make a decision, and then you get your decision. So then when it's founded, so I'm getting into the mediation. So when it's founded, then I suggest due process, because then you have even more proof, right? So you got to do the process. You can't just jump at because you're pissed off and then make bad decisions, all right? I used to do that when I was younger, you know, just jump and make decisions like at the spur of the moment, like buying a car, or, you know, just stupid decisions when I was younger. And I learned, just like I did the IEP, lessons learned, trial and error, right? That's how I learned, trial and freaking error, you know? Now, since, you know, the 6.5 years of hell and trial and error and being in the trenches, I'm a certified COPA advocate and, you know, have trained personally under, you know, Pete Wright and Wright's Law. But, you know, I learned, number one, trial and freaking error. Screwing up, doing it again. Screwing up, doing it again. But I wasted 6 years, and that's what I want to prevent you from doing, because 6 years, 1 minute is too long, you know, because our kids are worth it, and this is their education, and 6 years, that's a long time. So we had to play a lot of catch up, which is not cool for my child because they're the ones who suffer. You know, it's just like if the school system doesn't provide a service. For example, they don't provide, you know, someone brought up they didn't provide speech for a month. Well, now, not only can you make a complaint because they were non-compliant with your IEP, but now they have to go make that up. And guess who suffers and has double the work? Your child. So going into mediation, it's a waste of freaking time. It's a waste of time because you have to then shut up. And the only way change can happen is by opening your mouth and getting it done. And when you go to mediation, you have to sign what's called a confidentiality agreement, which means you cannot talk at all, or they can take you to court along with the board members and sue you, and you can be in a lot of trouble for going against, because it is a federal document. And so you definitely do not want to go to mediation if you don't want to shut up. And then on top of that, what happens in mediation can no longer be brought up again. So for example, a lot of parents make this mistake because we get emotional and everything just kind of throws up, right? And then what happens is you put all your cards on the table at mediation, and guess what? You can never bring it up again, ever. Okay? So if you put all your cards on the table at mediation, you can no longer bring it up again. So in due process, what the hell do you have to back yourself up on? So you lose your voice, and if you play your cards, then you're done. You are done. No point in going to due process because you're shit out of luck. All right? So the other thing I want to tell you too, which I just hopped on here to go say, hey, go look at my pinned post and how amazing it is, and, you know, watch the video. But, you know, look at me. I'm doing everything that I say I'm not going to do, which is run my mouth. Can you imagine me going through mediation? Oh, that would be a freaking joke. But no, that's the thing, is you have to shut up. And then if you play your cards, which a lot of parents do because they get nervous and feel crazy and want to put it out there and feel that they need to put it out there. And then the school system intimidates you. And then your parents get nervous and then they just make mistakes because your emotions take control. And when emotions take control in any type of IEP meeting, mediation, etc., you're going to screw up because emotions create conflict and emotions get in the way of you getting things done. Okay, they take hold of everything. So make a complaint, due process if there's an issue. You know what I mean? So just be smart about that. And also, here's the thing. We're all adults. If we can't come to an agreement ourselves, what makes you think that a third party who doesn't know you, doesn't know your situation, yeah, they talked to you one time about the situation, that doesn't mean anything. And they're a mediator who sits there and says, okay, let's get along, let's try to agree. What are they going to offer? What kind of value are they going to offer? They're not. It's just a way to, hey, let's try to settle this. It's not like a divorce or you're fighting for your kids, which is a smart thing to do, mediate, right? This is an IEP issue and the school system not doing what they're supposed to do. And if you guys can't come to an agreement, no mediator, third party, is going to change my mind. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel about it. If I can't come to an agreement with you, and I'm a talker, I like resolution. I like to problem solve. And if we can't come to an agreement, then definitely no third party is changing my mind. Just saying. So anyway, I came on here to talk about, if you're not part of the group, okay, and you've heard my lives and you feel that I have added value, that I have helped you, etc., then I highly advise you to go check out the group and how amazing it is, and the collaboration and the people. And I have run into only 2 problems and handled them immediately, which when you have a lot of people, you're always going to have issues, but it's been it's slim to none. And people are kind and nice and try to help as best as they can, along with myself. And so I'm very thankful and blessed for that. So if you're not on the group, hop on the group at least to see the pinned post. Before you read it, because it's long, watch the video. It's 17 minutes and it's worth your time. So if you don't watch it now, watch it at lunch, etc. But I will say it's time limited, so you don't want to not watch it today. So, and also if you have any questions, I am available for physical phone calls today. So PM me if you'd like to chat and we can do a 15-minute. They usually go over than that. They always go over that. But I will talk with you physically, okay? My goal with this page that has only been up 3 months, look how much it's grown, is to personally be involved. Granted, as the group grows, I'm not going to be able to be present for everybody, which is why I created what I created, because it's going to change people's IEP careers forever. And it doesn't matter if you're advanced, in the middle, or just beginning. And that's just the truth. So it's going to help everybody 100%. And what I'm doing on the page or the group is only till tomorrow. And I have to do it like that because then it's going public. So there you go. There you have it. Look, I'm getting messages for phone calls already. So definitely go check out the group and watch the video on the pinned post. Okay. So I'll go through some questions really quick and then I'm going to hop off here because I have some phone calls. And yes, we can set up a call. So I'll message you in just a few minutes. Okay. So Christina says, yes, it's very emotional. I battled the entire district for years. I get it. Ashley says, where does it say an idea that progress must be made? I'll look up the section for you. But also I talk about, in a video that I did, and I share my screen, what's called the top 5 laws. And then the number 1 statute. And the top 5 laws, period, especially special education law, is foreign to many parents. It was foreign to me until I actually was able to be I was taught it, you know. So now I'm teaching it to you. And so what I do is I go through the laws and I help you digest what it really means, because how we read it is usually, if you think about it, misinterpreted. And then we use it in the wrong way. And so what I do is I help you digest it better and understand it in normal language, not law, which none of us really speak law unless we're an attorney. And whenever I've talked to an attorney and they talk to me, I'm just like, I don't even understand their words. I'm like, can you just talk normal to me, please? So basically I go through the top 5 laws in the number 1 statute and I break it down for you. And then what I teach on that is how you take those top 5 laws, which are the ones you're gonna basically use 99.9% of the time. And I teach you how to make those laws, whichever one pertains to you, I help you take them, flip them, and you'll understand what I mean if you do what's on the group. You flip them and make them about your child's impact of disability. You have to take what is law and make it about your child, how that law is affecting your child, how it's not being adhered to. And then you need to flip it and make it about the impact of disability, because that's what special education is, about impact of disability, not the disability or diagnosis itself. Does that make sense? All right, so North Carolina is so hard. Oh yeah, I know. You're in Massachusetts. How's Massachusetts? I actually have not gone out to Massachusetts. New York sucks. Yeah, New York sucks. And then they have that thing where if your child's not immunized or has immunizations, that they can't even go to school, which I don't ever get into. Should you immunize? Should you not? I don't give a shit what you do. That's a parent's decision. I don't care. That's not my specialty. I think each parent should make their own decisions, and it's not any of our place to judge them. But I don't care what you do. You know, it's not my business. But New York sucks like that, you know? So Christina says less they have to do. Yes, and that's true. And a lot of school systems have what's called low expectations of our children, when they're supposed to have the same expectations for our children than they have for a child with a non-disability. Yeah, let's talk, Kimberly. Message me. Cassandra says I'm in California and my kid's school isn't all that great. Yeah, I heard that from somebody yesterday. Kimberly says she loves the group. Did you see the pinned post, Kimberly? The group is awesome. Cassandra says, awesome, awesome. Yeah, Cassandra, you're going to be on the Zooms, right? Or are you going to be on the master class on Thursday? If you guys haven't signed up for the master class Thursday, go over to events and click the master class. It's free. And it's a huge master class on Thursday. And you'll also get a free gift. So that's cool, right? But Cassandra, yeah, if you haven't seen the pinned post, go to it. Fayana says, they claim my daughter's diagnosis is an intellectual disability. Have your child been diagnosed by a developmental pediatrician, Fayana? I don't care what the school claims it is. They don't know. They can't diagnose your child. No school system can diagnose your child. The only person that can diagnose your child is a medical doctor, psychiatrist, or a doctor, okay? Which a psychiatrist is a doctor just in psychology. But I highly recommend developmental pediatrician. That is their specialty. It's like going to a heart surgeon because you have heart issues, or going to a gastroenterologist because you have belly and stomach and gastrointestinal issues. You know what I mean? So why would you go to a pediatrician for a diagnosis? They're who you go to when you're sick. They know a little bit about a lot. A developmental pediatrician specializes in all types of development along with special needs areas. That is their specialty. So they know a lot about that area. So I highly recommend that. They're hard to get into, a good one. So make sure you make your appointment. So, but Fayana, they can't claim anything. And she never had a child with this diagnosis. So methods to teach her are difficult. Okay. So, yeah, go get her diagnosed by a doctor. I want to learn to not only help my child, but also to help those in my county. Yeah. So definitely check out that pinned post, Michelle. Okay, so Kimberly says, I finally got an ASD diagnosis on his IEP. Good. He has multiple disabilities on his IEP. I went all the way to DOE, took him out before mediation. What do you mean took him out? Hey, Anitra. Did I say that right? I told you to PM me and voice me. Hi, Nishita. How are you? I hope you got my updated message to you. So, yeah. Yeah, refuse to mediate. So stupid. Hey, Sabrina. How are you? Kimberly says, after what I did, the special ed director got transferred to another school. Kimberly says they will call DCF on you after every reject. What's DCF? Maybe it's called different things in different states. What's DCF in your state? Vanna says, I did get her reevaluated twice. And what happened? Jana says, I finally got the school to change the diagnosis on the IEP. Just so you guys know, okay, the diagnosis put on the IEP is not everything. It doesn't change what the school system's supposed to do. Surprise, surprise, okay? I know you all feel it's really important to get it in your IEP, and you should, but don't stress if it's not, because it's all about the impact of disability, not the disability itself, okay? So yes, get your child, if your child is diagnosed by a medical doctor, the school system needs to document that. If they don't put it as a label, they have to put it in parent comments and concerns. They have to. They have to, by law. If you bring it up in that IEP meeting as a concern, a comment, etc., they have to put it in that area. So then you can better fight to get it put in your IEP. But just know it's not the end of the world. Yes, fight to get it into your IEP. It is important in a way, but it's not going to change what services, accommodations, modifications your child gets, because it's all about the impact of disability. Pennsylvania and school district that fights me on everything. Yeah, that sucks. But you need to put a stop to that. All right. So when I talk to parents and I'm guiding parents through my system, I don't know if anybody new is on here. Go check out the pinned post on my group. It's time limited. If you have any questions, I will hop on the phone with you today. But I think it's super important for a lot of these type of issues. For example, the school system fighting on everything. You need to have a solution to that, all right? You need to know how to go about it and communicate with the school system in the right way. So let me explain what I mean by that. When you speak with the school system, it's not like how I'm talking to you now. It's not how you would go and talk to somebody at your work. It's not how you would go and talk to somebody that is your friend. Actually, it's not how you talk to many people at all. It's a different form of communication that you have to do with them. If you think about it, how many of us have been kind of bulldozed, intimidated by them, where they talk over us, don't hear us, and think that they're the experts in our children, when really they may be a special education educator, they may be a speech therapist, an occupational therapist, but I don't think I heard my child's name in any of that. Did you? My daughter's name is Sky. Sky's name didn't come up in occupational therapy expertise. Her name didn't come up in physical therapy expertise. So I don't think that they're an expert in my child. Of course they're not. You are. So don't let them dictate to you what your child needs. Let them provide their comments, which is how I teach you in the questions of when you run that meeting. You run that meeting. They don't. You actually state that when I teach this process. I actually teach you how to state that the minute you walk in the door. The minute you walk in the door. I help you get rid of that bullshit they do when you walk in the door. Oh my gosh, Timmy's doing so well and we couldn't be more proud to have him. Tell me, give me hearts or something if you've heard this shit. We're so happy to have him. He's doing amazing in class. We haven't had one issue, blah, 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 blah. And then you hear later, oh, your child, you get an email, your child's doing this, your child's doing that. So I help you eliminate that from the get-go. You immediately take control and how you go through each person, what you say it, how you run it, what mirroring means, and how mirroring is going to change your life forever. And then moving around and then starting over and creating solutions based off what they said. So the process is pretty rocking. And again, I couldn't be more proud of it. So go check out the pin post, watch the video at 17 minutes. Their answer is to keep calling CYS on me. CPS or CYS? If you're trying to say CPS, that's one of the ways when advocates really go after the school. One of the ways the school system tries to get back with us is truancy if your child doesn't go to school, or call CPS on us. Screw them. Don't let that intimidate you. And as they keep calling, it's going to make them look more like asses. So let them keep calling. I make the comment, they've called on me like 2 or 3 times in the past 12 years. And they're unfounded within a week, and it's insane. It's insane. And but that's what the school system does when you're a pain in their ass. That's okay. Hi Raymond, how are you? Morning. Do you know anything about SSI? My son is autistic and they are now trying to take him off. How can I fight that? Honestly, I'm not a fan of SSI, to be quite honest. It's based off of income, and unless you really need it, it's a pain in the ass. You have to basically show the government all your shit. And no, I'm not doing that. So if you want to PM me, like I can give you some advice, but I'm not a fan. So, you know, because like you can't, I think it's, you can't have more than 2,000 in your bank account. You have to tell them everything. And then if you don't, it's fraud, and yeah. I have court today because I don't want them to take him off. I mean, Medicaid's good because Medicaid is based off disability, not income. So get Medicaid and not SSI, you know, because SSI is giving them everything, where Medicaid is just based off disability, and you have what's called a caseworker, and they come out, they make sure that, you know, your child does have a disability, they ask you 50 million questions, and then, you know, you actually get Medicaid. And then if you have other insurance, then the Medicaid starts after your other insurance is done. So, all right, so Christina says it's due to income, due to this, yeah. That's right. Raymond says it's not. So what is it? Kimani says, good morning. Hi, how are you? Yes, the pin post is on my group. So you have to join my group. It's Autism Mama Rocks IEP group. I can post the link once I get off here. It doesn't let me do it while I'm on here. Unless there's an oldie but goodie on here and you want to post the group link, that'd be awesome. Thank you. But yeah, watch the video. Watch the video. Don't read the long post until you watch the 17-minute video. I'm just saying. I understand that 17 minutes is 17 minutes, but take the time to watch it today because it is time limited. But I know it's going to change IEP careers forever. It changed mine. And I've shown the proof to people, you know, of my child's IEP, what's going on. I've been to due process. I've been through that process. And, you know, I've been through a lot. So that's why, you know, friends had told me, hey, you know, you really need to, you know, get this out there to people because you have a lot to offer. And I was scared. And I was scared to go live. I was scared to be judged. And I was scared to be vulnerable because it's an emotional thing for me. It's not a just something that is whatever. Okay, I'm good at it. You know, I'm good at it because I've been through hell and I figured it out and created a system that worked, and then worked for others, and then worked for more and more. And I was just like, wow, you know. And then I started advocating, you know, and becoming an advocate here in my area in Northern Virginia, Washington, D.C., all the way to Virginia Beach. So Virginia Beach all the way to Washington, D.C., and I live in Northern Virginia. And then friends, you know, told me about other people who were in different states. So I started flying out to other people and attending IEPs, and then realized, oh my God, I can attend an IEP via Zoom. You don't have to have an advocate in your state. And by law, the school system has to allow that because they have to accommodate parents in any way to the maximum extent, basically. And so now I attend IEPs via Zoom, and it's fun. I can be in my own house and I can advocate for other people's kids, which is super fun, and the school system can't disregard anything, and I still run that meeting with that parent. So it's been a great experience. Anyway, I was scared to do it online. I was scared to bring everything that I had and all my knowledge to people online, and just being afraid of being judged. And then I don't know, I guess turning 42 and growing up and not having, those insecurities of what people think, and realizing, if I go living my life worried about what everybody else thinks, I'll be miserable and trying to please everybody. And you can't do that. And you have to be able to be you and be transparent. And, people are going to like you or they don't, and you have to be okay with that. So 3 months ago, I started this page and the group, and it's grown huge. I mean, check it out. I mean, it's huge. I think I have over 3,000 people in 3 months. It's great. And I've realized, okay, I made the right decision. People really need this. People are going through what I've been through. People are where I was. People are, struggling and want to know more. I mean, I even have special education teachers who've messaged me that have joined my group and said, I want to learn more. I don't know a lot about this, and I want to help my parents, which I think is fabulous. So of course I allow them on. Okay, so Christina says, or should I say an improvement in his disability? What am I missing? What am I missing? Is it due to income, or I don't know what you're saying. Did I miss something? I think you might be talking to somebody else. So Teresa, good morning. How are you? Christina says you have to prove them why he has not improved, and what I think you might be talking to Raymond. All right. Yeah, over 3,000, Kimberly. It's crazy, right? So, yeah, in 3 months, So, but in all honesty, I'll be honest with you, it's not the amount of people that I'm worried about, or care about, I guess I should say. I would rather have value and parents who are in it and care and want to advocate and want to learn more, which is obviously where I was, and know that I'm not perfect. I will never tell you that I'm perfect. And I'll be very honest with you, I still, even though my daughter's IEP is great, I still go through shit with the school. So it's an ongoing thing. I just know what to do now. That's the only difference, So issues don't stop, but you will know what to do, how to do it, how to handle it, and understand it's a rinse and repeat process. It's not a one and done, and you get to do it again. I tell people just do it. And I'm not trying to be a Nike commercial. I'm just being honest that once you know the plan of action, how to create a plan of action, and then take action. I talk to people all the time. Look, see, I said I'm going to be on here for just a minute to tell you guys to go and hop on the group and just check out the pinned post, the video, and then read it after you watch the video. And look at me. I'm like, what? How many minutes in now? But yeah, what was I saying a second ago? Oh yeah. So once you learn how to plan and prepare, which I just trademarked my PPPN, which is plan and prepare. You have to know how to do that. You become a lawyer, by the way, and you just don't get paid. So you plan and prepare. You then, present. And you have to do that in the right way. Then you have to persuade. Obviously, you have to definitely be able to plan and prepare and know how to present to be able to persuade in the right way, and then negotiate if you have to. So that's what PPPN means. Okay, so you guys are talking to each other. Christina says, oh, see you, and he said, okay. I also see you, okay. Awesome. So, all right, so I'm going to jump off here. Go join the group. If you haven't, check out the pinned post video if you want to make an appointment to talk with me today or tomorrow, because that's it, it's done, okay? Or that, you'll see when you read it, or listen to the video. So it's done tomorrow though, so go listen to it. And if you have questions, if you want to talk to me today, even if it's not about what the pinned post is, then PM me. You can PM me on the group or you can PM me on the page, okay? So I will make time to talk with you today, all right? So I will talk to you guys soon. I'm actually going to be going live on the group in a little bit, but I have some stuff to do and I have some calls that I have coming up. So message me if you have any questions. Go check out the group. It's so worth it and valuable to learn yourself. Yeah, so true. Kamani, it's so true. So I will talk to you guys soon, and it was good to talk with you guys this morning. You're welcome, Christina. You're welcome. I think I added you to the group last night. Did you watch the video, Christina? Kamani, did you join the group yesterday? I think you did, right? All right, so I will talk to you guys soon, and if you want to make a phone call, you're welcome, Raymond. If you want to make a phone call with me or have a phone call with me today, just PM me, okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.